Hello, it is Sunday, July 6th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Sunday crossword, and we've got an intriguingly titled puzzle, Escape Room. I'm very curious about this. I also popped into the Daily Solve Discord chat server, and people seemed very enthusiastic about this Sunday puzzle. People are very good about using spoiler tags, so I certainly didn't see anything in terms of answers or how the theme works or anything, but I just seemed to identify that people were very excited about this puzzle. So it makes me curious what it's all about. And this Sunday-themed, exciting edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by a new patron, Michael Tamburino. Welcome, Michael Tamburino. Thank you so much for signing up to support the Daily Solve through that direct form of Patreon support. I really do appreciate it. It does keep this channel going. Michael Tamburino is, of course, joined, as always, by the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the three of them benefactors who support this channel, keep it going. You can support the channel yourself in that way at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link underneath the video. And thank you so much to everybody who does support it in that way. You can find bonus videos, and for those three benefactors, including our new one, Michael Tamburino, the official Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug. Thanks to everybody who supports it at any level. All right, let's get on to this intriguing crossword escape room. It's a construction by the debut constructor, Xu Zhang, and Kevin Curry, who I think about half a dozen puzzles. It's a big jumbo Sunday grid. It's got a title, it's got a theme. It was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. Escape room. Let's start solving. Oh, wow. Right, did not expect that. Okay. So we've got a keyhole, and presumably we're going to have to find some kind of lock to put in there. Is this right? So all of these cells above this 2x3 region above the lock is also in, these are essentially black cells. We can't enter anything there. So insert key here. Very curious how this is going to work. Right. And the grid is symmetrical about a vertical axis rather than being rotationally symmetrical, for instance. Okay, well, let's just start solving, see how it goes. Philosopher who wrote, "The bureaucracy is a circle from which no one can escape." 4 letters, who would that be? Can't think. Toddler's demand. More or something like that? Board game recommendation. Does it mean the name of a board game? Probably not. What would be a recommendation? I'm not sure. Midnight's Children author, 1981. Oh, come on. Salman Rushdie. Boy, that just really, for some reason, left my brain. Prevailing fashion. That's right, isn't it? Boy, it's gonna be very annoying and embarrassing if that turns out to be wrong after all of that. Thinking. Why can't I think of words today? This is ridiculous. Meeting for short. A session. Yeah. A meeting, a session, a sesh. Number 2's in brief. VPs, vice presidents? I'm not sure. There could be number 2 in some other context. Prevailing fashion. I don't know. I'm not sure about VPs. Its freedom is granted in the First Amendment. Freedom of the press? That would work with VPs. Toddler's demand. Maybe it is more. That works. Board game recommendation. Don't know what that's about still. Prevailing. Oh, it's in vogue. The prevailing fashion. There we go. And then board game recommendation. It's the ages that might be appropriate to this board game. They might be printed on the box. That's what that is. Oh, marks. Okay. The bureaucracy is a circle from which no one can escape. Okay, great. And then spot markers are X's. Okay, good. So that little area is complete. Is completely oblivious, or a hint to finding the 4th key letter in this puzzle. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to find 4 letters that go in here. Is completely obvious. Don't know. Okay, typical patty melt specification. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I assume that patty melt, like a tuna melt or something like that, or I guess a patty melt is beef usually, but anyway, I don't know. All right, depleted as savings, ran dry or something out. It wouldn't be that because then the previous word would end with an I. Moolah, money, cash. It's going to be more slangy than that. Cabbage, kale. I don't know. Famous movement and hashtag of the late 2010s. Me Too? Yeah, that'll be right. So post could be to mail something, would be to post it, to send it. Only major Texas city not in the central time zone. That's interesting. Is it El Paso? I don't know Texas geography particularly well, but El Paso would fit. Let's see. So, ergo, thus. It's interesting that I wonder how much of the state is in a different time zone. Cranked up to 11, say. It's very loud. Like an amp that goes to 11, like Nigel Tufnell's of Spinal Tap. Substance that's been used by cellists and gymnasts would be rosin. So you use that on a bow of a cello or other string instrument to create friction. And then gymnasts, I guess, maybe put it on their hands or something, maybe? Pitchfork-shaped letters would be size, I would think, in the Greek alphabet. And then has too much for short, ODs, overdoses. Journey in which you might carry quite a load. Guild something? What is this? Journey in which you might carry quite a load. I'm not sure. What is that? Is completely obvious. Doesn't or does not. A guilt trip. Right. You might carry a load of guilt psychologically. Okay. So hauled is towed, like a vehicle. With boo, it evokes sadness. With woo, it evokes happiness. Boo-hoo or woo-hoo. There we go. Put a pin in it. An ATM. Maybe this isn't towed, but toted. You hauled something, you toted it. That could also work. So an ATM, an automated teller machine, you might put a pin in it, a personal identification number. Okay, flock formations of geese. A flock of geese might fly in a V, famously. So it is completely oblivious. Doesn't have a clue. A hint of finding the fourth key letter in this puzzle. Doesn't have a clue. Is there going to be a letter that isn't used in any clue in this puzzle or something like that? No idea if that's what I'm meant to be thinking. I'm not sure what this is meant to be. Okay, we'll come back to it. Lover of Shakespeare. So Romeo's a famous lover in the works of Shakespeare. Burned rubber, something out, peeled out, right? So in a car, if you burned rubber, you spun the tires, you peeled out. Okay. Blank folder, spam folder in an inbox or a email service. Beach bottle initials, SPF, sun protection factor on sunscreen. Italian seasoning could be what, pepper in Italian. Breathing problem at night could be apnea, sleep apnea. And ward off is to fend off an attacker. Say, one time wealthiest family in Europe, the Medici family, famous, wealthy, and often corrupt family. Princess portrayed by Carrie Fisher would be Princess Leia in the film Star Wars. Unwanted growth in fish tanks would be algae. Dishonorable would be ignoble. Yeah, that works. Awaiting renters. So an unlet apartment. It's not yet been let. It's not yet been rented. I think that's probably right. Bruce Wayne's butler is known as Alfred. I've been, I don't know why, but for some reason, on YouTube, I've just been being served clips from the mid-1960s Batman TV series, which I'm happy to receive because that is an absolutely great series, and I used to recommend it occasionally when Batman-related things would come up in the Crossword. I used to recommend it on these videos, and I'm going to do so again now. It's incredibly good. It's very, very smartly written. It's amazingly well designed to be sort of simultaneously an incredibly cheesy adventure show for children and also an incredibly self-aware, tongue-in-cheek, sort of campy thing that as an adult you, I think, appreciate considerably more. It's very good. And co-created by Lorenzo Semple Jr., who wrote, I think, 3 Days of the Condor and maybe The Parallax View. I forget. He wrote a couple really great classic paranoid thrillers, um, really great films. So definitely created by someone who knew what he was doing. Anyway, revering. If you're revering, you're in awe. Yeah, you're in awe of someone if you revere them. So Sphinx site. The Sphinx is also Giza, isn't it? Yeah. Like the Great Pyramid. Kind of joke or a response to a really bad one. A gag, yeah, a gag, or you could sort of gag, to indicate your torture by this joke. Manga's film counterpart. Oh, anime. I get right. So anime would be sort of animated Japanese cartoons, whereas manga is comic strips. Okay, rigatoni relative. So in pasta, rigatoni is sort of similar to ziti. They're both tubular pastas. Predator with a big mouth informally would be a gator. Yeah, alligator. Cupid's domain would be amor, love. Is that what we're looking for? Send from bank to bank, yes, to wire a transfer of money. And then before, poetically, would be heir. Okay, so yeah, before used in poetic language. Depleted as savings. Something into? I'm not sure what that would be. Typical patty melt specification. Oh, is this going to be something like one up? Or is this something to do with sort of how many patties and slices of cheese or something like that? This is diner language, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't really know all those diner language bits of code, but anyway, we'll see. Moolah. I'm still not seeing it. Mario's dinosaur sidekick, Yoshi, the green dinosaur steed of Mario, I suppose. Washington and Franklin, e.g. So, I mean, you think of kind of early American framers. Could it be something like street names or something? It could be something misleading. Credit card checkout option. Credit card checkout option. What does that mean in this context? I don't know. An app? I don't think that's right. Braking maneuver. Braking spelled not like braking a car. Okay, I need to find a different place to make some progress. I wish I could unsee that, you might say, of something distressing. Tattle could be to name names. Yeah. Blank particle. Don't know. Tau particle? Hero, or like, is that the name of a particle? Hero, or where to find many naval heroes. Oh, a submarine. So submarine sandwich could also be called a hero. That's another name for that sandwich. And then you might find heroes of the Navy on a submarine. Okay, a degree with courses on accounting and management, an MBA, Master of Business Administration. Where the Hills Are Alive in Song, Austria, from The Sound of Music. Liberty Mutual's bird mascot. Okay, that company must have an emu mascot. And then closest world capital to Miami, Nassau. Must be the case. I'm sure that's true. And then bit of chia or hemp would be a seed, I guess. Museo display, arte. Yeah, so arte is in the museo. And then muck is mire, goop, I guess, kind of thing. Children's author Blyton, Enid Blyton. Classic old-time children's author. The Little Mermaid hit Under the Sea, or a phonetic hint to finding the third key letter in this puzzle. Right. Right now, I guess there's only one C in the puzzle so far. Maybe it'll be this I. I don't know. That's obviously not very confident because we've not filled very much of the grid yet. So there might end up being more C's, but I'm just looking and thinking maybe that's what it means. Don't know. Okay. Apples as influence. Oh, no, sorry. Applies as influence. If you exert influence. There we go. Painter Magritte. Rene Magritte. Big Boomer for short. Right. So it probably doesn't mean a member of the baby boomer generation. That would probably be capitalized anyway. So what does it mean here? Something that booms. What booms? I don't know. What about this? Element in strobe lights. Xenon? Is xenon in strobe lights? Could be. Oh, TNT, it explodes. Right, okay. I was trying to think of it like an SST, a supersonic transport, because they make a sonic boom, but nope, not correct. Word after man of the or top of the. Man of the hour, top of the hour, both expressions. Sign up to enroll. It often comes out at night. A century? What is no? That doesn't make sense. It often comes out at night. I don't know. Mercury, you can see it at night. Doesn't make sense either. Famed street in Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. Yeah. There we go. Actress Falco of The Sopranos, Edie Falco, was in The Sopranos. So it often comes out at, oh, denture. I guess you take out your dentures before going to sleep. That must be it. Okay, one taking the words right out of your mouth. A lie detector or something? No. Organization concerned with ozone depletion, the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. Low fat would be lean. Sousaphone, e.g., is a horn. Oh, lip reader. I see. Yes, they see the words coming out of your mouth. Okay, blank-eyed. Not sure what that is. Words in front of a minister or a judge. I do. Might be swearing them to a minister or a judge. Cat scanner would be a veterinarian might literally scan your cat. CPR sites would be ERs, so cardiopulmonary resuscitation might happen in an emergency room. Purchases from florists are pots, like flower pots. Negative reputation, informally, a bad rap. Was out of sight. If someone was out of sight, they hid. And blank-eyed, what is this? I still don't know. Wide-eyed, right, of course. You're sort of naive or overtaken by surprise. Like witches and gourds, they're warty, I suppose. So witches are stereotypically sometimes depicted with warts, and, you know, a gourd in the sense of a plant might have warts. All right, split up would be, don't know, of extremely unreliable quality in slang. I feel like there's a good word for this on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out. I don't know. I can't. Things I'm thinking of are too long, like sketchy, things like that. Fur coat, question mark. Question mark. Oh, because it's fur, like the tree. Bark, yeah, okay. And what was this again? Split up. M&M color replaced by blue in 1995. I think I've learned this from the crossword, in fact. It might be tan. I think that's right. Oh, janky would be of extremely unreliable quality. I don't think that's even the word I was trying to think of, but I believe it's correct. Taj Mahal, there we go. Place appropriately found in gets pampered. Spa can be spelled out in the words gets pampered, which is appropriate. Okay, person everyone's talking about, or what you'll be after unlocking the lock and completing this puzzle. A breakout star? Yeah, there we go, because you've broken out of the escape room. All right, imposed as a fine. You levied a fine. Wonderlands. Edens, kind of utopias in a way. Squeaks by would be ekes by, just get by. Country music star with 24 number one singles and an eponymous sitcom. It must be Reba McEntire, of whom I've certainly heard. So word with bullet or toilet, bullet train or toilet train. Yeah, oh, right, to toilet train a child. And then physique informally is your body. Okay, great. So we've got at least half the grid done now. Let's keep going. Braking maneuver, right, I don't know what that is. Let's go somewhere completely different. State for snowbirds, abbreviation. I don't know, Colorado maybe? Let's try it and see. I had a friend who dreamed of moving to Colorado because he liked snowboarding. Let's see. Kids' ball game played on a court, or a hint to finding the second letter in this puzzle. I'm not sure. Kids' ball game. played on a court. I don't know. Become discouraged. Colorado could be completely wrong anyway. Mimicked. Yeah, I think that's probably wrong. Idaho, aped. Alley-oop. Oh, alley-oop. Maybe this is somewhere. Something. Function could be use. Although this doesn't look very good. Maybe it's something else ending with an A. Kids ball game. Become discouraged. Lose heart. Is this Florida? I thought Florida was the opposite of that. Oh, well, Alaska? Is this Alaska or Alabama abbreviation? I actually don't know. Okay. I don't know. Huh. I really don't know what state this is here. Yeah, weird. Okay. Ran smoothly as an engine. Purred. Ritzy. Posh, maybe? Sort of high-end and expensive. Cones partner. Rod and cones in your eye. Gave a red card informally. DQ'd, disqualified someone in a match. Oh, Foursquare. Oh, right, it is Florida. State for snowbirds, Florida. I must be missing something really obvious here. Someone tell me why that's the case. Sorry. Foursquare is the game, kids ball game played on a court. Home of the world's tallest building, United Arab Emirates, the UAE. Odd pair. And alternative to truth would be dare, truth or dare in the game. And then odd pair, D's. Yeah, because there's a pair of the letter D in the word odd. Proceeded with two. Something up to? I got it. Got up to. You proceeded to do something. You got up to it, I guess. That's probably right. Stat, ASAP, as soon as possible. Add up to. Maybe got up is wrong. Wipe as from memory. I think it is wrong, actually. Led up to it preceded this. Let's see, because wipe as from memory could be erase. And then add up to could be total. Yeah, that looks right. This is a dash, or what is that? I don't know. Bobby of the Boston Bruins. Bobby Orr. And then Philosopher's Way could be Dow. Final stop. Oh, right, here's another one of these. Final stop, end of the road? Or a hint defining the first key letter in this puzzle. Is that going to be that Rodeo Drive answer, maybe? It would be the E, perhaps? Maybe I should start putting these in. I'll put them in pencil. I'll turn on the pencil tool so I can remember that these are sort of guesses. So final stop, or a hint defining the first key letter in this puzzle. So maybe that's an E. I have no idea if I'm thinking about this correctly. This could be completely wrong. What was that one about under the sea? Have there been any other C's yet? I don't see any. Okay, let's assume that that is. We'll put an I in there. And what was it? The third key letter. Maybe is an I. Oh, exit. Is it going to be exit? Doesn't have a clue. This would have to be a T. No, there are lots of T's in here, so that's not it. Yeah, okay, I don't know yet. Let's keep going. Have we ever found the second one? Are these symmetrical persons everyone's talking about? Or what you'll be after unlocking the lock, right? Okay, that doesn't say which. It doesn't give a letter specifically. Okay. Oh, here it is. Kids ball game played on a court. Foursquare. Or a hit defining the second key letter in this puzzle. What does that mean? Foursquare. I don't know what that means. Oh no, I hope I'm able to solve this. I'm worried I won't be able to. Depleted as savings. Oh, you ate into your savings? Oops, did I not? Typical patty melt specification. Oh, I see. Patty melt on rye. That's what it is. Okay. So moolah is dinero. There we go. Okay. Battle between Verizon and AT&T, e.g. ad war, I guess. Are they? I guess. Subject of arms talks, weapons of mass destruction, WMD. Popular chocolate biscuit from down under. Oh, Tim Tams, which, uh, uh, in Australia, they sometimes will bite off the two ends of the Tim Tam, which is a kind of chocolate coated biscuit, as it says here. And then you can use that to drink, use this sort of a straw to drink your tea, and it melts and collapses. Yeah, popular Australian treat. To make amends for is to atone for. Place for a pew could be what, a nave in a church, maybe? I don't think that's right. Tennis is Nadal to fan. Oh, yeah, maybe it is Rafa Nadal. And then channel with the one-time motto on cable, in stereo, MTV. Maybe it is Nave. Yeah, guess I was right. Trickster of Greek myth would be. Who's a trickster of Greek myth? Probably should be obvious, but I can't think. Make calls on one's cell phone abroad. That's to roam. You might incur roaming charges. Personal appearance could be your mien. Alma mater, where you went to school. Remove from power would be to oust someone. So, star of Marvel's first film with an Asian-led cast, right? Okay, this I definitely know from having encountered it in the crossword a number of times. Simu Liu was in a Marvel movie, so there we go. Okay, Japanese honorific san. It'd be a shame, you might say ruefully. And Hermes, trickster of Greek myth, maybe. Washington and Franklin. Oh, statesman. Okay, no, it was the reasonably straightforward interpretation of these names. Okay, just not the one that I'd thought of. And then breaking maneuver would be a handstand, right? Break dancing is what that is. Okay, great. Well, I don't even think I've seen all four. Maybe they don't clue all four. Let's see. Need to find these. Is completely oblivious, or a hint to finding the fourth key letter in this puzzle. Doesn't have a clue. Doesn't have a clue. This is what I don't understand. It doesn't have a clue. The fourth key letter in this puzzle. Doesn't have a clue. What am I missing about this? I mean, I want the word. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I had to yawn there. I want the word in the middle to be exit. It might not be, obviously. It could be something else. But I don't understand why this would be a T. Doesn't have a clue. I'm sorry about this. I'm sure I'm missing something pretty obvious. Is there one that referred to the second letter? If that were X, then I could sort of just assume I were correct. But let's see. The third key letter under the C, that one seems fine. There's an I under the C. Kids ball game played at a court, or a hint to finding the second key letter in this puzzle. 4 square. Right. Why could that be an X? Oh, are there 4 X's? Here's 1, 2. Let me just delete them so that I can count. 1, 2, and then I can just put them back in. Are there? Are there only 2, but that means they're in 4 clues? Does it mean something else? Boy, sorry, I'm not really acquitting myself well here, am I? Yeah, there are just those 2. What does that mean, 4 square? I don't know what that means. Okay, well, I'll put these back in. I think it must be X. Is that all it says? Kids ball game played on a court, or a hint to finding the second key letter in this puzzle. What does that mean? I think it must be exit. Oh, I'm so disappointed with myself for not being able to solve this. And then Any other? I think there was one other thing. Final stop, we're headed to finding the first key letter. Yeah, that's E from Rodeo Drive, end of the road. Person everyone's talking about are what you'll be after unlocking the lock and completing this puzzle. Breakout star. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I feel really inept at the moment. 4 square. It doesn't say phonetic, so it means 4, the number 4. What does that mean? 4 square. Squares in the grid. 4 squares. 16? Like 4 squared? That's the answer, amor. That's not helpful. Oh, ridiculous this is. I think I'm gonna put in exit and just see if that's correct, and then we'll see. And then if I'm wrong, then at least I shouldn't be thinking about that exact. Oh no, that was correct. Right. Okay. Fine. So how does this work? I don't know. I might have to give up. Should I find the New York Times? They have the. I so rarely ever remember to look at the what's it called, wordplay blog. Maybe I'll look at that. I mean, it's ridiculous to me that I can't figure this out. But I don't think I'm going to just be able to sit here and think about. Well, here, let me do it in a new window. NYT wordplay. Let's see if this explains it. I don't remember if they explain things sort of, explicitly in this blog post. Okay, let's see. Oh, it says, here's a hint. Each theme entry hints at another entry in the puzzle, which itself furnishes the missing information. Interesting. Okay, so what did the X ones say? 4 square. Oh, it's the square with 4 in it. Oh no, how did I not think of that? How did I not think of that? Oh, that's terrible. Okay. I mean, it's good. It's a good idea. And I was terrible for not seeing it. So 4 square, it's literally the square that has 4 in it. Okay, so then what was the other one I didn't get? Was it T? Can't remember. So so I have E, I have X, I have I. Yeah, it was T that I didn't have. So what was that one? I don't remember where each of these was. Doesn't have a clue. Interesting. T doesn't have a clue. What does that mean? Doesn't have a clue. Does one of these not have a clue? Oh, it was the dash one. Is that what it is? Wasn't there one of these with a dash, not a clue? T. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's so clever. And I had to find a hint to do it. Oh boy. Well, there we go. That was very clever. That was a very good puzzle. And I'm really disappointed in myself for not quite understanding how to solve 2 of these sort of meta clues. But there we go. I mean, I guess this is sometimes what happens in an escape room. You guess the next step you're supposed to do without necessarily having logically solved it completely. So I guess in that sense, I solved the escape room, but I didn't fully understand the escape room. So I guess I completed it without fully solving it, you could say. And there we go. That was a very tricky, for me, a tricky Sunday puzzle. Absolutely let me know how you fared with this one in the Daily Solve Discord chat server linked in the description field or the comments underneath the video. I'm especially curious after my travails here. And there we go. That was a tricky Sunday crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for a much simpler, smaller, faster Monday-themed crossword. Join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.